Security engineers are doing a great job. All of my computers are updated and patched. It's gonna be very hard for a malicious actor to get access over PC0. And if he does that, it's gonna be very hard for him to pivot and reach to another device on my network. And then one of my wonderful employees thinks that it's a great idea to bring his laptop from home, and he says, okay, I just wanna use some internet on my lunch break, and I'm just gonna connect my laptop to the switch using this cable. What could go wrong? So many things could go wrong. And we're gonna configure port security not to let this happen. To find out what's the MAC for PC0. So I'm gonna go to its command prompt. I'm gonna run ipconfig/all. And that's the physical address, that's the MAC for PC0. Now I'm gonna go to my switch and I'm gonna configure port security. So I'm gonna go to CLI, configure terminal. So interface FA01, switch port, mode access, switch port, port security. Switch port security maximum 1. I'm specifying that I'm only going to allow one MAC address to connect to this port. And switch port security MAC address and the MAC address of PC0. Port security can learn MAC addresses automatically using sticky learning, or I can configure them manually. So sticky is easier to deploy because the switch learns the first connected device, while manual configuration gives me complete control over exactly which device is allowed. Then I'm going to specify what's going to happen when a violation occurs with switch port security violation restrict. So instead of restrict, I could use protect, which means that when a device that isn't allowed tries to connect, the switch silently drops its traffic. I'm using restrict that also blocks traffic from unauthorized devices, but unlike protect, it logs the violation. I could also use shutdown that immediately shuts down the port when a violation occurs. I'll leave it. I'm gonna check my port security with show port security interface FA01. And it's enabled. The violation mode is restrict. I have the maximum of one MAC address, and I have one MAC address that was configured. Now, for example, from PC0, I can ping 192.168.10.3, and it works, 0% packet loss. Now, let's say that someone wants to get this cable and connect to this computer. I go to its command prompt, and I'm also gonna ping 192.168.10.3, but it doesn't work. I'm getting a request timed out. And now if I take the cable and put it back to where it belongs, I open the terminal, ping works. So that's how you can use port security to only allow a certain MAC address to connect to a certain port on a switch, and unauthorized MAC addresses will not be allowed to use that port.